You are my peace, you are my tranquility. From age to age, you are the everlasting King. Yeah. Ancient one, you're never changing.
Hey loves, welcome back to our travel series. So today is the one in Bafoussam, Cameroon, and this is in front of the airport. So we just arrived Bafoussam and got a taxi, put our luggages into the taxi, and we left for our resort. So Bafoussam is found in the west region of Cameroon, and it is the capital and the largest city of the west region of Cameroon. It is the third most important city in Cameroon after Douala and Yaoundé. Bafoussam is the West region center of trade, and people are farming coffee, potatoes, maize, beans, and a lot of other things. This city also has a coffee processing facility and brewery. It is the main city of the Bamileke people and the Bamoun people. The city has a well-preserved Bamileke architecture and traditional crafts such as wood carving. Now, on the drive from the airport to our resort, the first thing I could notice about Bafoussam town is the roads. They have really good roads. Most of their roads are tarred, and this is not the case where I'm coming from. I'm coming from the southwest region, and most of what we have is our main roads are tarred, but the roads leading to other areas of the town are not tarred. But in Bafoussam, you have like tarred roads almost everywhere you go to, and we're going to a resort which has like a lake by it, so I knew that the ride to get to the resort was going to be something terrible. But to my greatest shock and dismay, family members, the road was almost smooth. As in, I can say it was tarred, like 80% of the road was tarred and just 20% was not tarred. And even the 20% that was not tarred to get to the resort, they had graded it, right? So it was not like it was a whole struggle and you were hitting yourself in the car to get there. It showed that they are actually working on the roads. They are still working on the roads because we could still see some caterpillars at the side of the road. So I was really impressed with that, because even the 20% we had to go through was graded, and it made the process so smooth. And I was like, wow, this is something really worth commenting, because roads are everything. That's how we take to measure the growth of a city or a country, right? So I was quite impressed with that. Now, the second thing I noticed while we drove through the streets of Bafoussam was that they do not have so many taxis on the road. Like, their roads, the cars that were passing on their roads were mostly private cars and a few taxis here and there. They have more of bikes passing through or doing their transportation within town. Now, the next thing is the weather, fam. Can we just pause for a bit and talk about the weather of Bafoussam? Now, you can see that vegetation is quite green, as in they have lots of greeneries, and I think this is because of their weather climate, right? Bafoussam has a very cold climate. The west region in general is very cold. Not just Bafoussam, the entire west is really cold. And from the moment you step down, you already get that cold breeze. I guess that explains their green vegetation, because when the sun is overhead down there, their climate is still some sort of favorable to plants up here. So that's why they do lots of farming, and their products are really great, as in their products are really looking healthy. Now, the resort which we're going to was a little bit further from the main town or the airport, and I expected that because I didn't expect the resort to be like close to town, since it has like a lake around it. So, but what I didn't expect was how smooth the roads would be leading to the resort. Now, if you've been on this channel long enough, you would know I used to go and visit lakes and waterfall sites, and I used to go there so unprepared. In my head, I used to think it would just probably be by the road, a stone throw from where the car drops me. It had to take me so much pain, time, struggle for it to sink into my head that when going to such places, you always have to encounter some sort of difficulty before you get there, because it's always like either they are descending or you're ascending something, or you have to pass through some sort of bush. So this time I had prepared my mind that it was not going to be an easy journey, and to my greatest shock, it was quite easier than I thought it would be, right? So we kept seeing this mountain, and I was telling my friend it feels like we are coming heading towards the mountain, and boom, the resort was just by the mountain. This is the entrance of the resort, and family members, from the moment that gate was open, it felt like the gates of paradise have been let loose. This place just took my breath away just by entering it. See, I'm not even lying. See, camera doesn't do justice enough to this place. The kind of air you even take in the moment that gate is open, I just cannot explain. There is this feeling, there is this serenity. It is so quiet. You literally hear birds chirping. See, there is just this vibe you get. Like, you know when you say your spirit accepts something, or your spirit like talks to you about something? From the moment that gate was open, I needed not to say anything. My friend Stacy, all she kept on saying was, wow, wow, wow. And I felt proud of myself because I was the one who made this choice for us to come here. See, I'm going to do a whole tour about this place in the subsequent videos. So just stay tuned to see this beauty. But I can guarantee you for sure that this place is a beauty and more. As in, it did not disappoint even for 1 second. This place was so beautiful. We got our boxes from the taxi and we headed towards the reception area. Now, prior to this day, we had already called and informed them of our arrival, so they were aware that we were coming. So we're going to the reception area for them to show us the room which they had kept for us. Now, because they did not know our preference and we had never been there to even choose, they had to reserve 2 rooms for us. So once we went to the reception area, the lady who was there, who attended to us, her boss called her and told her to show us the 2 rooms which they had prepared for us. These people are so nice and thoughtful because they prepared 2 rooms for us with separate views. You can get 2 different views still in the same resort, and they left us to make the choice, right? I was so impressed with that, and more to that, they knew we were coming, the 2 of us, so they prepared the room for 2, as in they made it habitable for 2, right? I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is the first room we're going to check out. The lady was going to show us the first room, and the first room is a hut like what you can see in front of you. Family members, while we were moving, I just could not take my eyes away from the beauty of this place, because this place, I was just like, I just cannot wait for the next day to reach for me to explore this place, the full potential of it. But anyway, this is the first room the lady was going to show us. It's a hut, and I really loved the vibe, like the village vibe. You have to bend down to enter the room. It was ready, clean, everything was ready waiting for us. See, I'm going to do a full tour of this place, the various rooms they offer, their prices and so on, in another video. I don't know why my phone decided to act up, but it just started acting up blurry. So I was just like, what is this blur image for? So I had to stop and just know what, continue later. This is the second room she had to show us for us to make a choice. The second room has like a veranda, and that's the view you get. Once you enter into the second room, it still gives you almost the same vibe which the previous room gave you. Like, it was just this place. Stay tuned for that video to see the various rooms. At this time, my friend Stacy and I did not even know the price difference between the 2 rooms. We just went for our instincts and we chose this room just because of that veranda. I think that's what really captivated us. for the fact that we could wake up in the morning and sit in the veranda and just soak in all that goodness. So we went for that room, and guess what, family members, the bucaros are more expensive than the room we chose. But anyway, so when by the time we're done at the receptionist area, they helped us to carry our boxes to the room for us to settle down and all of that. And family members, this room comes with so many things. See, I'm going to talk all about it in the coming videos, right? But this is what the view of the room looked like on the day we arrived. And I knew I wanted to do a room tour, but my god, I was so tired. My body just told me that, see, Elomo, if you try, you might just collapse here. So this is all I could manage to get, like just showing you guys the bed area. And this bed is so huge, family members. Stacy and I slept on the bed, opening our legs. We still were not touching each other. It is so big, and they had to join the beds because they knew we were coming two. So that's why I say they prepared the room for two, expecting two people. We are going to see how the room usually looked like before it was prepared for our coming, right? Thank you so much for watching till this point. I'm definitely going to see you all finally, by the help of God, on my next one. By this time, we're so tired, famished, hungry. Everything was doing us, but we give God the glory. Bye.